Hey, what's up, guys? The Gamestork here. They call me the Gamestork because I deliver. And today we're talking about the Nintendo Switch numbers. We're talking about some 3DS games that might not be 3DS games in the future, but something else entirely, perhaps on the Nintendo Switch. And also stuff to do with The Witcher. So without further ado, let's get to some news! Yeah! Let's go. So if you're like me and you're a huge fan of the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo in general, you want them to succeed. As a matter of fact, I want all the companies to succeed, including Xbox, although I pick on Xbox because it's not like my first choice of console. I still love it and I want it to succeed. Same with Sony and also Nintendo. So hearing good numbers is always great. Seeing that the PS4 has surpassed to be like one of the greatest selling consoles of all time at this point is awesome. And also the Switch is actually making some progress here too. Nintendo latest sales numbers reveals that the Switch Lite sold almost 2 million units in 11 days. And these numbers are so high that they're projected to actually surpass other great console like the Xbox. They've already surpassed the Xbox according to Wikipedia, and they're also set to surpass by the end of this fiscal year the Super Nintendo sales, which is awesome. It's huge. The Nintendo Switch is a huge success, and specifically they sold the Switch Lite. I don't know if did I say that? I don't know. I can't see back in time. It's okay. They sold 2 million Switch Lites in 11 days. That's insanity. Now, you know, most people probably bought these for Christmas, and the most popular colors like turquoise are gone. That's okay, because hey, they're gonna pump out more. And also next year, mark my words, the Pro. Oh yes. But isn't it great that it's already surpassed the Xbox? This thing is on fire. It's awesome. It's a console for everyone. It's got awesome games. And as soon as they beef this up and or put in technology that would otherwise allow them to play the games as it is now based off the mobile chips, oh my gosh, like the possibilities are endless, my friends. But what we need to know is it's selling well, and that's really good. So, on to the next story. If you don't own a Nintendo 3DS, you are robbing yourself of an amazing library. One of the best libraries of any console in the history of Nintendo. It is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's awesome. It's got like every type of game that you could want. And guess what? Nintendo has actually come out and said that they're going to be working possibly on porting some of these Nintendo 3DS titles to the Nintendo Switch. So I figured really quick off the top of my head, I just jotted down a few of these on my paper to share of 5 Nintendo 3DS games that I want on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe the top 5. Now, obviously, 2 of these are like everyone's, which is Ocarina of Time, which has been on every console since the beginning of mankind. I believe you can even play that in a cave. You know, if you go to certain caves, it's like on the walls of a cave. You know, it's everywhere. So I want this on the Nintendo Switch. I can play it for like the 10 bajillionth time and do all the things that I've done a billion times. Going with that, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask also needs to go and make its way onto the Switch. They could pack these games in together, and man, Nintendo's going to overprice it. That's what they do. But they could potentially pack these games in together, sell it for $29.99, and that would be great. Because otherwise, I see Ocarina of Time going for $19 probably, and then that one going for $19, and that would be a great bundle deal to push out for Christmas. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the 3DS version. I'm not expecting, if it does come or anything like that, any huge upgrades graphically, but it would be nice to have on the Nintendo Switch. So that's 2. Number 3 might be my favorite, and I don't know why I'm sharing it third, but it's one of the best games I've ever played. As a matter of fact, the gaming loop in the game is arguably the best gameplay loop ever. And if you haven't played this game, please go play it if you have a 3DS and you haven't done it. If you enjoy fantasy RPGs, if you enjoy investing in leveling up characters, opening different professions and having to actually do things in different professions and level all of them up in order to open different professions and do stuff like that, like, you will love this game. It's called Fantasy Life, and it is fantastic. It's one of the best games ever made. Okay, I'm just saying it, all right? That's just what it is. This game hooked me like very few games can. I played it for a long time, replayed it for a long time. 100% of this game is absolutely finished in my book. And then I almost absolutely finished it again because it was so great. So there's supposed to be a Fantasy Life 2 out there somewhere in the Ethra, and I just pray that it comes to me. Yes, I'm down to praying because I want it that bad.
Dear 8-pound, 6-ounce, newborn infant Jesus, don't even know a word yet, just a little infant, so cuddly, but still omnipotent.
Next up, Bravely Default. I'll actually take either Bravely Default or Bravely Second. These are fantastic JRPGs. They're wonderful. The mechanics are great. The characters are good. The stories are awesome. This studio is supposed to be working on something new, and I just pray. Again, I'm praying. Look at me. I'm hoping that it comes to the Switch. This is a must. They need to go ahead and just bring these out, bring them over, let us play them again, let us experience these characters on the Nintendo Switch before their new project comes, which I'm praying, hoping, wishing, all those things. That is a new Bravely game, because this is super good. Now, lastly, it may not be specifically this game, but this franchise needs to come to the Nintendo Switch without a doubt. And that is Professor, yes, Professor Layton. Okay, and specifically the one that I listed here was the Azran Legacy, which I really enjoyed. It's a really good game. But these Professor Layton games like caught me off guard, and I kind of got there late to the party, so I had to go back and replay all the ones before this game. And I was just blown away. I was like, I've been missing this forever. Like, it's terrible that I've been missing this the way that I have because of how good these games are. So Professor Layton definitely has a home on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm hoping it stays there. Comes and stays there. So what do you think about those 5 games? Let me know in the comments. Also, our last and final piece of news. If you see it, you can believe it. Okay, last and final piece of news. The Witcher. Oh my goodness. So I'm currently reading the books, and I have to finish reading all these books by December the 20th now, because that is the release date of the show. If our lives weren't good enough already, The Mandalorian in November, The Witcher in December, new Star Wars coming around this time in December. Like, oh my goodness. We are just like so incredibly lucky to live at the end of 2019, where all this magic is happening right in front of us. The end of the Skywalker legacy and storyline, The Mandalorian starting up, and awesome, just renegade, amazing bounty hunter action. And then also this, on top of all of that, Geralt really digging into his adventures, played by none other than Superman himself, who's, well, he's not really, Henry Cavill's really not Superman anymore, but you know what I mean. Really good. I had my doubts at first, but after looking at this, I really honestly think it's going to be good. After reading some of the first book, that's as far as I've gotten. My wife has read all of them. I think it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm only super excited. So let me know in the comments below how you feel about this. Are you excited about The Witcher? Have you played The Witcher? You know, Witcher 3 is on the Switch now, so you could play. You could prepare yourself on the go, and then be in the know. Yeah? Okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe below for all things gaming, all things awesome, all things Witcher, and all things good. This is your delivery coming from the Gamestork. They call me the Gamestork because I deliver. We'll see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.